Here we go! Welcome back to another special edition early morning at the Hockey Nation live show. Now you're going to say, what's going on with you, Coach? Where's Michael? I don't know. He did not show up this morning, so I decided to start the show by myself, and we're going to go through different things because we have a big show this morning. We want to talk about different things, like the one we want to mention to you is this one. We want to talk about the trophy Calder and also about the trophy Norris. Who are your finalists of those two trophies for the upcoming, for the end of the season? So we're going to chat about this, we're going to suggest and talking about the season, everything like that. So hopefully you're going to make your own list and be ready for the show. We would like to welcome everybody aboard. We already know Michael Rosenblatt is aboard. And I'll be honest with you, Michael, I'm really impressed by your knowledge about hockey and NHL. I remember I was questioned a couple of times during the, we talk upstairs, but you really impressed me to know many things around the league. So thanks, Michael, to be around. Jarmo, welcome back, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well in Finland. Is approximately over there, I believe, is what? 5 o'clock? Is it 7 hours or 6 hours? I'm always a little bit confused about your time over there, Jarmo. So hopefully you're ready to have a great day, a great Friday. You're already in front of us. So it's here, it's 11 o'clock Eastern time. And like I said, we're going to go through different things. You're welcome, Michael. Pleasure. You are really great about that. So like I said, if ever Michael... He's coming, Michael De Villano, our co-host from the West Coast in California. If he's showing up, we're going to talk with him. If not, we're going to go through the morning. All right, so it's 6 o'clock, so it's really 7 hours difference between our time and your time. And so that's the reason you are. So you're already Friday night in Finland. It's maybe the time for the happy hours. So enjoy your happy hours. And welcome to be here this morning. And maybe more people is going to join us during this show. We have a busy morning. We just want to remind you for tonight, we have also live stream NHL Montreal Canadiens, again, the Winnipeg Jets. Tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I just want to invite you to join us and more people like you are. And this live stream is going to be, and then talking about live stream, why not to invite you tomorrow night, again at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. So we have a back-to-back game live stream. And yesterday we did the Florida Panthers live stream. And it become also Edmonton. It become like 3 games watching. And the Florida Panthers again, they did it again with a goal of Sam Bennett. And overtime, an amazing, great story about Sam Bennett. And a great story about... Mackenzie Weegar, an article on the Elite Prospect article about maybe one of the underrated defensemen by Jeff Hahn, I believe is the one who wrote this. So a great story about Mackenzie Weegar. But again, I think the other stories about the Spencer Knight have a register. I'm going to take my note before we jump on the prospect on the Goaltender Trophy. Spencer Knight registered his 3rd W of the season and 3 start. He showed me a lot, to be honest with you. I'm watching the game yesterday. He showed me his body language, his composure, controlling his rebound. He's always at the right spot. The last goal, it was a backdoor. The 3rd goal was a backdoor from Kane, I believe, to Brinkat. I think he could not do anything. The first goal, it was the puck go from the left. Then after that, you have 3 defensive players there did not do anything where they let the player from the Hawks to score. So overall, Spencer and I have a great game yesterday for the Florida Panthers. And can we have a controversy goaltender for the beginning of the playoff? That will be something we need to talk next week or maybe in the next 2 weeks. Who's going to be the starter? Sergei Propaski, Chris Traeger, or Spencer Knight, something. But again, we just mentioned, again, the line 911 did another great game yesterday, and Montour score. So it was a great night for the Panthers to again, they beat the Chicago Blackhawks, and we'll see. But I want to mention a couple of things here before we jump. First of all, but Pittsburgh clinched yesterday their playoff for another time. So the Pittsburgh are in after they win yesterday 5-4 and OT against Washington. We're going to talk about that game over there for sure. We have, unfortunately, two teams get out of the playoff. Philadelphia Flyers are eliminated, and also the Detroit Red Wings are out of the playoff right now. So that's going happening for them, unfortunately. Talking about a couple of something happening yesterday also. Vasilevsky, the goaltender for the Tampa Bay, registered his 30 W of the year. He's the number one and victory winner goaltender in NHL. He did it in 39 games. He became the fifth goaltender in the history of NHL to get 30 W, the fastest with the last goal game, and it's 39. The record is 35. So just want to give everybody about that. And then Austin Matthews not only scored his 36th goal of the year, but he's also got his 34 goal winner during his career. He's jumping right away and the top best goal winner in Toronto Maple Leafs. So another great performance for him. Brad Marchand registered his 51 point and shortened. That's another great accomplishment for him. Little bit jumping on the European League. Maybe Jarmo can helping us, but we heard Jaromir Jagr is going to turn 50 next year. He decided to not be retired. Exactly the same with Thomas Plekanec. Both of them are going to return to play for their team next season. So another year for Jagr. Amazing. I believe Jarmo, you can maybe help, but they won the not the Stanley Cup, but they won the league championship playoff or something like that. And now they go to the next division or something. Maybe Jarmo, if he can mention about this, talking about this would be great. Thanks for all the likes, everybody. I appreciate that. We'll go to hanging with you in a few minutes. Just let me finish what I want to finish all the news. The AHL, the American Hockey League, cancel all the playoff for the upcoming season. So it's over for them. They're going to finish only the division, and the first one after each division going to win their division. And that's it, nothing else. So we know already the Laval Rockets for the Montreal Canadian Club Farm have an amazing, great year this year. They are number one in their division, and they have about like 5-6 more games to play, but that will be done after that. So no playoff for the American Hockey League. A couple of great performances last night. First of all, Nicholas Backstrom had 3 assists during the game again with Washington. Kevin Fiala, 3 points yesterday, 1 goal, 2 assists. Minnesota lost a bad one again on the OT against the St. Louis Blues, 5-4 or 4-3. I'm not remember. I think it's 5-4. And it was a goal again to Ryan O'Reilly on the OT. Sharankovich, O'Reilly, Lindholm, Elias, and Kapanen have 2 goals yesterday. So they are the most best player. So we try to bring you fantasy hockey, everything like that. So want to share with you. That'd be great. That'd be great, Jarmo. And then we want to mention a couple of players are really hot streak right now. Mackenzie Weegar, he have 7 points in the last 4 games. Brendan Point and McDavid have 7 points the last 3 games. And finally, Sam Reinhart has 7 points in the last 4 games, also with 6 goals. Sam Reinhart for the Buffalo Sabres is on fire, my friend. And then we heard a couple of minutes ago, the veteran Ilka Kovalchuk, he decided to terminate his contract with the team. He just won the KHL playoff, the Calder Cup, they call. Is going to be out. We don't know what's the next he's going to play next year or where he wants to go. Well, it would be interesting to see that, but that's what we announced today on his Twitter account. So that's covered a little bit more about everything around happening last night. We're going to go also game by game. You can see on the top of the screen the result of the game because something got hurt last night, something and maybe helping them to be a part. Like Calgary beat the Edmonton Oilers. McDavid got 0 point yesterday. Big win for the Calgary yesterday, and they are 4 point. And one of says now he will not play many business partner, will stop supporting the club and so on. I see. Great. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I appreciate a lot. So that's what happened yesterday at the NHL. I'm going to talk to you about also, we have time tonight, about why the Montreal Canadiens suffer. Why Mike Bergevin make a mistake during the offseason. I took a couple of stats, and you're going to be a little bit impressed by what I did yesterday, this morning. It's going to be in my next video about the Montreal Canadiens, but I think it's a great point what I will bring to you guys. So, like I said earlier, we're going to talk about, I know Michael is here, I know Michael Rosenblatt is here, Jamo is here, maybe some other people are here, but we want to talk today about one thing. Today we want to talk about the finalists of the Calder and the Norris Trophy. So how we're going to play this game, or what we want to do is like, we would like to have 3 names. Let's go with 5. That will help you a little bit more. Name 5 defensemen. You don't have to be by ranking 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or if you want to go only 3, you can go 3, 2, 1. You want to go 4. It's up to you. We don't have no rules here. We're just sharing here. Who are they? And at the end, who is the winner of your trophy Calder right now? We're not going to go Norris yet. Your trophy Calder. So what is the trophy Calder, coach? This Calder is for the one, he's a rookie in NHL. What is the rule of the rookie in NHL? But first of all, he cannot be 26 years old after the September 15 at the beginning of the NHL season, his first season. That's the first rule. Second rule, he has to play, and if he play less of 25 games in NHL, he can be again called a rookie in NHL. They have two simple rules. That's who they are. So Kaprizov right now, he's 24. He can be a rookie. Chris Drager cannot be a rookie, and the list going on like that. So it's time to mention this. If you want to talk about this, that would be great. So would you jump at that part? You can take a little bit your time, and it's, put your list on the comments. Go into sharing this. That'd be great. It'll be fun to talk about this. So again, it's a trophy Calder for the NHL, and mention to us who they are. What do you think is the trophy Calder? Then I will be back with my list after that. Keegan, good morning, my friend. Directly from Edmonton Oilers. Hopefully you have a great. I'm sure you did not like the game last night, by the way. Did you watch the game in Edmonton? I tried to help you. Let me check something for you guys. I tried to give you some information here. He was okay. He was tired, but not Calgary. A threat to Montreal. Yes, what are you talking, coach? I believe Montreal is going to be maybe lucky next week. They play 3 times against Toronto, and Toronto now start to sit players on the outside the lineup. So yesterday did not play with Campbell. They put their third goaltender in the net, still winning, but did not play with a couple of players on the outside. Like Morgan Riley was not there. I don't think so. He was like 2-3 players was out of the lineup yesterday. So I expect maybe Thornton, Spezza next week. Maybe Marner. They'll maybe keep Matthews there because it's 50 goal, but you can see that part. On the flip side, I don't know how long they can keep McDavid with no 0 point against Calgary. We have to give credit for Calgary. Did you see the save of Mike Smith yesterday? It was amazing. So again, let's move on to the next thing I want to share with you guys. Jermo Kaprizov and two big names was said there. I'm sure I agree with you about that one over there. Jermo Kaprizov and Dallas Star, Jacob Robinson, two big names I would say. That's great with you. For me, they are Kaprizov, the Robinson for the Dallas Star. I will go also with Josh Norris for the Ottawa Senators. That's another one for me. He's impressed me a lot. I will put in the picture the goaltender for the Carolina Hurricanes, Nadel Nikov or Kinov. I'm sorry, I screwed his name right now. And that will be my number, and my under one over there. That's my number 4. And that's pretty much the rest. I don't see any other can make it a big strength. It's going to be between Kaprizov, Norris, and Robinson. But I'll be honest with you, I will go with Kaprizov. He had an amazing, great year. I watched him play hockey yesterday again. He's really unbelievable, to be honest with you. And I think he create so much good stuff for Minnesota. Wow. So, yes, Kakkonen, I'll be honest with you, he have a great first 8, 9, 10 game. And after that, if you see a little bit, he dropped a little bit. Remember, he got scored 8 goals or 9 goals by Colorado. I think it was Colorado. And since that, he had a little bit more difficulty. It's a little bit like Lankinen. Lankinen have a difficult time now during the second half of the season. He struggled a lot more. So that's the reason he's not there. I think the rest, like, P.S. Sutter from Chicago at 13 goal, have a good year, but not good enough to put there. Tim Sozel for the Ottawa Senators is another one there. Yes, sir. I agree with you about that one over there. So, I think for that one to be there. Dixie. Yes, I saw that one over there. Is it with the glove you're talking about? I'm not. I believe it's with the glove, but I could be wrong. I know Mike Smith have an amazing, great save. Spencer Knight, I talked about this at the beginning of the show earlier, how he has an amazing, great game. Yes, that's another reason there. It's funny you mentioned this. It reminds me the story about Patrick Roy with the Montreal Canadiens. The night he get removed, he left, quit the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, exactly, Dixie. I agree with you. It was amazing. I mentioned before at the beginning, he's 3-0-0. You know what I mean? Like, he have an amazing, great start with and I don't know, you have a controversy now, goaltender for the Florida Panthers. Exactly. Yep, the two versus one on that one over there. And it will be interesting about that. Good to have a conversation about the Florida Panthers. Can we sit Keith Yandel? That will be my other question for all the fans for the Panthers at some point. Can Joel Kenville is strong enough to put Yandel out of the lineup? That will be interesting to see that. So, but again, let's move on to the next one. The next trophy we want to talk about. First of all, I want to remind you, each one of you, please. One thing we have a favor. Next Thursday, May 6th, we have a show with the ex-NHL player, winner of the Stanley Cup, Turner Stevenson, draft by the Montreal Canadiens, win with New Jersey and the New Jersey Devils. Of course, he played a couple of teams like the Vancouver, also the Boston Bruins, Great guy. Works right now with Everett Silverstick. Great coach. So he's going to be a part of the show next week. We booked two more people, coach, and they are the NHL. They are coming in May. I don't want to mention yet those people. So we growing, guys. We bring more information about that. So let's jump in when I want to talk about the Trophy Norris. Who is the winner of the Trophy Norris this year? Again, this is about, if you have 2-3 names you want to talk about, we have 3, 4, 5 names you want about defensemen. Let's talking about that. Give me your selection. Who do you think is going to win the Norris Trophy for the best defenseman in NHL? We remember Victor Hedman win last year, I believe. And then, you have that years after year with Nicholas Lindstrom. I believe they should change that name for Nicholas Lindstrom Trophy now, but that's another story. So anybody want to mention who is your list? Who do you think Kaken is going to win the Trophy? Norris or maybe Dixie or maybe Jarmo? Anyone you want to mention? I'll give you a couple of minutes. Edmund, but if not him, then Nurse should win. I like that. Fox team not making playoff and making Adam Fox for Dixie. Kaken said Fox, but not maker, and everything like that. And maybe wait for a little bit for Jarmo. Maybe he's around. I know Michael Rosenblatt was there at the beginning. We'll go wait a little bit. And hard to vote past Edmund, but I'll be honest with you, he will be in the list for me at the end if he will continue what he's doing. Absolutely right about this, Kaken. I agree with you about that one. I think he has like everything to be at least a finalist for sure. To be honest with you. I don't know if you're still here, but we got a problem. Watson, problem. Austin, we got a problem. Are you still there? Sorry about that. I got kicked out. NHL, welcome aboard. We lost Michael. Two things. He's maybe flying or he's maybe slept over. We don't know yet. So I want to show to you guys something, because I'm not smarter to you guys. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who loves the game. I'm maybe one thing a little bit better. I search a lot. I pass my day to searching, find IDs. But I want to sharing something what I do, where I can find those IDs, everything like that. So let me changing there and see if it will work or not. So you can see here. It's called the Dauber's Frozen Tools. I'm a member of this website over there. So you can take a note or take a screenshot of this one over there. And it's where you can see they have a lot of information there. But let's jump in about the defenseman right there. Adam Fox is 47 points and 50 games. Victor Edmond, 44 and 50 games. John Carlson, 42 to 49. We have Tyson Barry, 41 and 48. Theodore, 41 and 45. Chris Letang have a great year also. But I want to mention one here. We go to sort by goal. Jacob Shikran, 16 goal this year. And Donald Nurse, 14 goal. If Nurse have about 10 more points, I believe it would be my pick. He's still not enough point to hanging there with the rest of the top three over there. So for me, it's going to be Fox, Edmund, John Carlson, all my three finalists of my trophy Norris. Yes, sir. He played for the Florida Panthers. And we got the 100 during the live stream 2 days ago, Tixie. You can join us tonight. We do a live stream when Montreal Canadiens play. And sometime we go, it's cool. Sometimes we jump on the Florida Panthers live stream too. So that's what we do usually. So my winner of my Norris is honestly, I will go. I will not be surprised. I think the NHL will give to Victor Edmond. But for me, I believe Adam Fox should get it. I believe I'll be something like that. Macon, I missed this one over there. Let's go back over there. Yep. Donald Norris. You like Theodore? Yep. Petrie have a really difficult second half, my Jarmo. It was so terrible. And this morning we don't talk about Kel McCarr. Another one over there, I think he could have it if he play more game. I think he's too young yet to get it. I think they will go, he's 2 years, I believe, to get that trophy. Worst case, 3 years. But you're absolutely right. I really like Shane Theodore. Have an amazing, great playoff last year for the Vegas. Great player. Now he played behind Pietrangelo. The Vegas are on fire, ladies and gentlemen. They play so good. It's amazing to see them performing like that. It's just crazy to see them this way. So we go to talk a little bit about the game last night. What happening around the league. We'll be jumping quickly. And tonight we have a very quiet night. If you follow the NHL, we have only 4 games tonight. So we're going to talk about this too. At least you have any conversation you want to add, Blue? Yeah. But again, Jeff Petrie, Jamo has 11 goals. He scored 11 goals at the first half of the season. I'm doing always the report card for them every tranche of 14 games. And he was 11 goals at the halfway. And nothing. Now he have 4 points in the last 5 games, 4 assists. He's getting a little bit, but again, the team does not score, so he's not helping for sure about that one. May 12 is the end of the season, and a lot of pressure. We go talk about this right now, and we go to jump on the game yesterday. Listen, this is really a bad game, or not a bad game, but really hard for the Tampa Bay, losing yesterday 3-0. Again, the Tampa Bay, the Star right now, that's give them a game less to play, and Nashville did not play yesterday, so the Star have a difficult time right there. And Palat scored his 15. Brandon Point is 22nd, and then Blake Coleman scored his 12th of the year. And again, another shutout for Vasilevsky. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, he got his 30 W of the year. The second game is between the Bruins the the score don't show exactly what happening. Honestly, was at some point was 2-2. Same Renard scored his sixth goal in the last four game. Milden Stat, another goal, looking great over there. Pasnak, Frenchy score for them. We have also it was 2-2 after the second period, and then Charlie Coy have another great year this year. But Taylor Hall score again. His fourth at the goal with the Boston Bruins, I believe. Brent Marchand score and shortened the goal. Another one from him, and then the final score is 5-2. A boring game between the Devils and the Flyers, to be honest with you. I did not watch a lot, but again, I want to mention the 2 goals of Sharon Kovic, rookie at 14 goals. Great year so far for him. This one was surprised me. We don't see Joey this morning, but maybe because the Rangers lost. But this has really put them almost out of the playoff for the Rangers. They have to beat Islanders, and Islanders came strong yesterday. Wallstrom scored his 10th of the year. Bouvillier is 11. Barzal score is 14. And Komarov finally scored his first goal of the year. So, Varlamov, another shutout, I believe is his 5th of the year for Varlamov this year. This is a really, it was the big game of the night for me. Pittsburgh came back with winning on OT, and Jack Gonzalez scored his OT at 2:11. Penguins, just amazing me, to be honest with you. Sprong scored again, 11 goal. Amazing, 11 goal. Wilson score, Orlov score, Oshie, and Austin Reeves score, and Kapanen. Kapanen is on fire right now for the Pittsburgh with 2 goals yesterday. There's 3-1 for. It was really important for Hurricane to win that game, to stay in the standing, to be at the top of the standing for sure. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Canucks Vancouver. That's almost eliminate a little bit. That's almost eliminate a little bit the Vancouver Canucks. They have a little bit chance to come back, but I don't think so. They will be back for sure. Miro Eskinen, it's funny you talk about him because we don't talk about him a lot because Glenn Burr have a great start of the season. Game 15-20, Eskinen start to turn around his season, and now he play the best defenseman for Dallas Star right now, I believe. He have a great playoff last year. He's a great young player. I don't want to compare to Mekar, but he's the top of the 10 best player, younger, 24 years old. I think Eskinen is one of them, to be honest with you. Great point here for Jermo. That would maybe jump at the balance, and I believe that's the reason. Remember at the end I said Adam Fox, then I said, no, it will go with Victor Edmond. I believe that's the red flag for me, but who knows, right? But that's a red flag for me. Yes, the Stars are only 2 points behind the Nashville. 1 game in hands, yep. A little bit what you said about Adam Fox, but I don't think so. Is really where he struggled is on his defensive side. He's better, but not like he still struggle. He's really looked like Erik Karlsson for me. That's what he is. He looked like Erik Karlsson, like he can go one way, the another way. He make a lot of turnover. That's something they have to be careful a little bit about that one over there. So that's something, I know, that'll be surprised, but I just want to share with you a little bit that part. Let me jumping back on the scoring last night. And then we're going to be back here. Toronto Maple Leafs win yesterday. Riddich was the backup, and he went for them. Marner, Matthews, 36, Engvall, and Nylander score again for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Vancouver, like I said, this is almost the end for them for the playoff, to make the playoff run, whatever you call it. I don't think so they will make it. Big W here for the St. Louis Blues. This may be, this is a big jab for the Arizona Coyotes. Went in OT. Again, Kaprizov scored his 23rd. Fiala have a great night. I love Eriksson, Aki. Rask scored for Talbot lost, but again for the St. Louis, again, O'Reilly, 2 goals yesterday on power play, and then you have the tie game, and also you have not a tie game, but you have the winner game at the NOT. We talked a little bit about the Panthers, Florida Panthers. Sam Bennett scored again an OT at 4:08. Great play, a great wrist shot. I'm pretty sure Lankinen, you would like to see that one over there. I'll be honest with you. But again, it's funny because look who scored. Wenberg, Duclair, Montour, Bennett. Who was in the net? Spencer Knight. What is telling you right now? Those players was not with the Florida Panthers last year. No one of them. That show what Bill Zito did as a manager. We know Spencer Knight was drafted before, but again, we see that. One player I want to mention is also Eno Stroza. 8 points, and he is got traded to the Chicago. So great performance of Vinny Inostroza. And finally, the last game, that was a surprise. Me and Jarmo, we watched the game at least until the second period. Lingholm, 2 goals yesterday, 16-17, have a great game for them. Max Strom, be honest with you, was the star of the game for me. He was unbelievable in front of the net. We don't have to say also Mike Smith make a couple of great saves. One save he make on the glove, 2 versus 1. He steal it. It was James Neal. But again, yesterday, the Edmonton, the big story is about McDavid, 0 point yesterday. So after 4 games with 3 points back to back, now 0 point. He's still a race to get maybe the 100 point. We'll see about that one over there. Anytime, any question you have, we bring to you. That's not a problem. Like I said, McDavid, they have a couple of opportunities yesterday, but Max Strom was really the star of the game yesterday. I like what I saw, the forecheck Calgary. It was faster. Looked like it was a team. One team was really rest versus another team was very more tired, I believe, for me. But overall, we have to give credit for Calgary. Now they are 4 points behind Montreal Canadiens. We'll talk about this in a few minutes. The Panthers win. Yep. And Weber, again, like I said, it's great to see those guys, the players, scoring for them. Panthers looking great, guys. Panthers looking good for the future. I'm excited about that team. This team is going to be better and better year after year. I agree with you because they make a good change, but they let go someone right now. He flourished in Florida as a second center. And I think for me, the line of center category is pretty strong. But they're going to have that regrets for me, I believe, for sure. I agree with you, that one over there, Nesterov. It's another one where I really like him. Not the fact he hit McDavid, but Nesterov is better at what I thought. Carry on the puck. He's really good on offensive. He don't score a lot, but he is pretty good for them. I really believe he should play more because now he take advantage of the injury that anything. But again, I think he's played very well for them for sure. That's another thing right there. And that's another subject I want to bring. Montreal Canadiens, I don't have no excuse. They play bad. But again, they play 7 games and 11 nights. It's not great. It's not good. Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Montreal, and now they have a stretch. And those teams, because the COVID situation, make them to finish strong. Vancouver, I think, they have like 9 games and 14 nights. Unbelievable. Absolutely right. That's the way to do that for sure. It's funny, Jamo, when I mentioned Nestorov, and I'm thinking right away to you, I was going to say, did you see him play before? I think he has great performance, and yeah, exactly. So it's a lot of game about that one over there, and it will be interesting to see that how they're going to do this and how they're going to perform for sure, and we go from there. So let's move on to the next subject before we close here. Want to talk about the schedule for tonight, and let's jumping right away. Let me changing my screen, and I will delete myself there. I apologize, I did not see this. Let's move on to the next game. Very quiet night tonight. Honestly, 4 games, 7 o'clock live stream. The Hockey Nation Live Show will be back on the live stream. The Winnipeg Jets play again the Montreal Canadiens at 7 o'clock. We'll see what's happening with Montreal tonight. We'll see who's going to be back on the lineup. Can Thomas Tatar can come back or not? Biron, maybe the only one can come back. Any other change players roster? We'll see what Dominic Ducharme. I'm going to do a preview, hopefully, if I can today. If not, we're going to jump right away on the game tonight. The San Jose Sharks play again Colorado Avalanche. This is a big game for the Sharks to stay in the race. For Colorado Avalanche right now, they lost the last 3 games. That's something. They will come back today, I believe. Not confirmed, but what I read all week, Philip Korber and Rantanen is going to be back in the lineup tonight. That will help them a lot. The Golden Knights, they are back on the ice tonight again. That's what Arizona, I don't think so. They're going to make the playoff. Golden Knights, they are what, 11 straight maybe? That's amazing. Then finally, the last game, the 2 teams at the bottom of the West Division, they all play together. But let's jump in on the standing to see what's happening with the result of last night. Let's move on with that thing. You can see right now, Carolina, Florida, Tampa. Now, that's the race right here. Nashville, Dallas. And like we said yesterday, they play each other. So that will be the big game. That's the game we're going to flip-flop everything. Chicago is out on my book. And Columbus, Detroit right now, they are eliminated. That one over there. So 10 W straight for the Vegas. Colorado. Vegas right now start to beat up by themselves for the first place. Colorado will be number 2. Again, Minnesota for the round number 1. It'll be interesting to see that. Can Minnesota pass Colorado? I don't think so. But we never know. And St. Louis right now, look at John right there. 52 versus 47. This, my friend, is almost the end for everybody. They won the last 4 games. We need to give credit to Greg Berube, another great coach in NHL. I think this is the end for Arizona and San Jose. No chance, to be honest with you. Finally, on this one, listen, Calgary right now, 4 points behind Montreal. Montreal, 1 game to go. But Montreal have to play Winnipeg, Ottawa, Toronto 3 times next week. Then 2 games against Edmonton. So they have to win 2 games. They'll be fine. So they connect 4 points. Calgary cannot do it. But we'll see what happens right there. We have to be careful. We have to check about that. But otherwise, Vancouver, unfortunately, they cannot make it. They could mathematically, but with situation there, look, they lost the 3 games. You can see that team right now struggle more and more. Finally, on the East Division, listen, I believe Rangers right now drop is over for them. But again, I think Washington, Pittsburgh, listen, 69 points. They have 1 game behind, but I think right now it's going to be between Washington, Pittsburgh, the first place. And then you're going to see Islanders, Boston. Can Boston pass the Islanders? Possible. So it'll be interesting to see that. Boston is 8-2-0 the last 10 games. Rangers 7-3. They have a good run over there. So that'll give you an idea what's going on in the NHL. We did almost everything over there for that one over there. I'm sorry, the time I'm doing this, I cannot check the comments. Yeah, tonight will be interesting to see the Jet. 2 teams struggle. Both teams don't go nowhere. Hellebuck versus Allen, officially confirmed. Edler is out. Good news for Montreal because he's always played well against Montreal. They lose 5 straight games, the Winnipeg Jets, Kaken. They don't do well since Nikolai Heller is out of the lineup. Montreal is a 2-team right now, the North Division. They can't figure out. And I didn't look about this, but Montreal, if they win, they are only 4 points from Winnipeg. Can you believe it? Never know what could happen. Amazing me. And that way, interesting. That's a great point, Kaken. I didn't mention about this, but Quentin Byfield be play again for Los Angeles game. Interesting to watch him, for sure. Yep, exactly right there. Rantanen, Sad, and Dawski. Rantanen will be back, Sad, no, and Dawski, no. But it's a good point there. They are in mode of injuries, pick up the knees there. And the Metro Division, so are you talking about the Central Division? Pretty sure that's what you're talking about. If a Central Division, I'll be honest with you. For me, I know Florida Panthers is the, where I live, everything like that. But for me, the Carolina Hurricanes. And, my prediction, I thought me Colorado, Carolina, Washington, and Toronto are my 4 finalists of this year. I should check in more about Vegas. Can Tampa repeat? Can Pittsburgh or Boston make some noise in the East Division? Can Edmonton or Winnipeg surprise the nightmare for the Toronto to not pass the second round? Can Montreal, if they make the playoff, or Calgary surprise Toronto first round? Well, first of all, they apply they don't use a lot of umbrella. It depends. If one Doug Hamilton unit is there, they use the umbrella, but they really use the little bit what Tampa Bay does. The Stamkos on one side, but they use Calder, Kucherov, and Brandon Point from the hash mark goal line and the middle of the house. That's what Tampa Bay does all the time. It's a bing, bang, bang there. Does not work there. They bring back the puck at the Edman. Edman bring to Stamkos a one-timer on that left side over there. So that's really the Tampa Bay power play works. Carolina copied that kind of power play, and Washington is more than one-timer with Ovechkin on the left side. The Edmonton number 2, I don't think so, but it could be now. But I think when they play against Montreal, I'll be honest with you, they was not number 2, they was number 4. But I can check this very quickly. If you give me 1 second, team stat. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They are number 2 now. They passed the Washington Capitals at 24, and then the Winnipeg Jets are number 4, and then the Tampa Bay Lightning are number 5 on power play. So I can answer that. I'm not seeing many games, but they're looking great. I'll be honest with you. Pacioretty have an amazing, great year with them. Mike Stone is amazing. We see the Petrangelo we saw in St. Louis. Now we see with him. Marc-Andre Fleury is unbelievable. That team can hurt you very badly. We'll see what happens with them in the playoff, but they're looking great. And then, they don't play with Nosek, with Reeves. They're missing two other players on the bottom. I don't remember those names I see this morning. Jordan Starr. Great comment there. I mentioned Jordan Stahl as a Selkie yesterday. You heard me talking about him, and that's a great there. Vincent Tracek have an amazing, great year over there before he got hurt, but still doing well. I think Martin Nicash is the underrated player in NHL. Niederreiter have a better year, and they play almost all year without Tero Venen. So that gives you an idea how strong they are, more depth they are. We don't talk about Warren Fogel, and I can name it more and more. Aho, Sendikov, and it's amazing to see that. Akem Panther was a great trade. I really like Ethan Fleury, and hopefully he's doing well over there. But I think he brings physicality and the big, strong defenseman, more depth on the Carolina Hurricanes. We thought the goaltender was maybe the fragile position for them this year. They are number one on the goal against, number one on power play. That's the team you have to watch for the playoff. Yeah, but I get the stat this morning update, so I'm pretty sure they are number two. I'll be honest with you. So I think that's complete everything about that one over there. If you have any conversation you want to jump, it's already 12 o'clock, almost 12 o'clock. We've been to everything like that. I have maybe something, if you give me about 1-2 minutes, you can talk him, leave some comments. I'll be back very shortly. I don't leave. I just want to see if my subject is there. It's funny you mentioned this morning, but I thought he would maybe sign a contract to finish the year right now and then play on the playoff. But unfortunately, it will go with the team have enough money, but I don't think so will happen. But, Kovalchuk live in Florida. He moved here, and I believe he want to play around here or he want to be retired. That's the reason why he doesn't want to come back in KHL. I don't think so he will, but we'll be interested to see that. Yeah, exactly what we announced at the beginning of the show. Jerome terminate his contract with the team, win the Stanley Cup, the Calder Cup, for sure. It's a team really well. They play very well this year, but we'll see what happens. Just give me 1 second, guys. $13 for $15. I'm going to give you something we tried to create and let me know what you think about that. Give me about 1 minute. Usually I don't do the show. It's Michael do the show. So I let him running on his own program. But I do my show is differently. I use different thing. I'm coming. Few seconds. Stay with me. Don't go nowhere. The first better forward Kovalchuk, you think? I don't think so. I think Bill Zito is so smart. He does so much for them. He have a plan. And I don't think so. Kovalchuk is a prototype of players, what they need. And also prototype of player for Kovalchuk. For CANVA. Sorry about that. Absolutely right with you about that. I will not touch him at all. I would just say hi to him, but that's pretty much it, what I will do for him. That would do about that one over there. Sorry about that. I pinch you right away. Usually I should do this before. But we want to mention to you, we're going to prediction tonight. That's a new program we will do every morning here. Like example, you can mention your prediction for tonight, but I select tonight Montreal, Colorado, Vegas, and Los Angeles to win tonight. You can see we're going to predict this every day, the morning, with the stats, but just give you an idea. That's something we work right now. So if you have any prediction you want to do, but they are the coach Frenchy prediction. I will give you my Monday, what was my result. And then I want to mention the matchup head-to-head tonight between Winnipeg. If you be on the live stream, Tyler Toffoli. That's a new graphic I create for the game tonight. We're going to see that. And finally, I do the goaltender starter. Unfortunately, I did not do before I came, but I predict Allen against Hellebuck should be confirmed. Then Jones against Gruber. Cooper versus Lehner. Quick versus Gibson. Usually the star beside the name of the players, it's confirmed. But this is just a template I was going to do tonight. So, the stat for the goaltender right now is not really right. So it was something else I did. But I just want to show you, if you have any comments, any feedback you want to talk about this, that would be great. If you think it's worth it to do this at the show during the morning, let me know. And we're going to bring this. I'm going to also to select 5 players who's going to produce the most points during the night. I do a lot of fantasy hockey, so that was something I'm going to bring on the table. So anything you want to add before we shut down? Again, another great show. I just want to say thanks each one of you. Like I said, I'm repeating myself, but without you, this don't exist. We started this show in August last year for months and months. Yeah, nobody here, or barely 1 or 2 people. And then we start to grow, and then we're getting a little bit more. We drop from 4 to 7, 8, 9 the morning sometime. And but again, it's all because of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, NHL. Always a pleasure to have you in the morning here. And tell me what you think about the graphic. Is something you think is great to bring this here? If you talk that, I really like my setup here on my software because we can do a lot of graphic. We can bring a lot overlay. If Michael was there, he could be on my right side or my left side. I can jump in on different things, and I can create a better projection of the show on this software. I think so too. I think it's fun to bring fantasy and everything like that, prediction. So we're going to start this. We're going to launching also the Hockey Nation live show, Playoff Fantasy. So we're going to give you 1 week prior to playoff start. We're going to give you maybe with ESPN or Yahoo or something like that. We're going to do a playoff fantasy. Every one of you it will all be free. And you can join this. That's not a problem. So that would be something we have to add over there. So thanks again for everybody be a part of this show this morning. Kaken, thank you so much from Edmonton. Jamo, always a pleasure seeing you. We are so grateful having you here. You bring a lot of note and statement and comments about player on your side, on the wall. And we always have grateful having you. And then, of course, NHL, our biggest support, the biggest one, always here to helping us, promote us, and helping us. So thank you, everybody. Great to have 6 live this morning. We thanks also Dixie, Michael Rosenblatt stopped by this morning earlier. And you guys, like I said, this show is great because not the guy you see on the screen, not one you see Michael beside me, this show is amazing because each one of you, and one day, we're going to have so many people here. We're going to remember when we was only 3 and 4 together and laughing and celebrate all together when we're going to reach the 10, 20, 30 the morning. Because I really believe we have something solid in our hands. And the key in life to become successful is about consistency on the daily, every single day. Whatever you do in life, you want to lose weight, you want to do something better, whatever you want to master your craft, to become better at what you do in life, and your passion, your purpose in your life. The way to make this successful, it works on one way. It works with the consistency to showing up on the daily. That's the only way. It's great to be messy at the beginning. It's fun to be messy at the beginning because that's what you learn. I always said to my players on my team, We did not lose today. We got the L, but we learned something to become better tomorrow. Learn from your mistake, learn from your failure, and accept the feedback from people. That's how you grow. That's the way you become better in life. And that's the way, my friend, I'm going to let you go tonight here on that way over there before I join the comments. Before that, yes, we are 102, I believe. Thank you so much. Absolutely, we're going to do that for sure. I'm a big guy on prediction. We're going to go through this. Exactly, Kaken. We're going to do a fantasy league. All the bracket, yep, we can do that for sure. We know the ESPN, I think that's the bracket. We can sign up there and we can do all together. Yeah, we hit the number 7, by the way. Thank you so much, Kaken. I appreciate that. Terry and Kim always show up at the last minute. You need to learn 11 o'clock Eastern Time, not 12. At 12, we're supposed to leave here. But we give extra minute because of you. We love you. We like you. And we give you a little bit more minute. But Tim and Kim, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. How it was you, by the way, Tim and Terry. Sorry, Terry and Kim. How it was your draft yesterday? Yeah, I'm a life coaching, so I follow a lot of things like that. I really believe life is about mindset. Everything you do in life is about choice. And you are, who you are, you can accomplish everything in life because you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much, Michael Wissenblatt. Kaken, NHL, everybody here. Jarmo, Michael Wissenblatt is a young kid of 14, 15 years old. Coached him 2 years ago. I'm just impressed by this young man. He knows a lot about hockey, and that's all it's about. So just want to congrats him. He won the state championship also. So congrats him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I will see you at 12 tomorrow. No, because it's Saturday, Sunday. We don't have no show the weekend. Terry and Kim. See you Monday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, everybody. Thank you so much to be here. Unfortunately, I have to be on the ice at 1 o'clock. Private lesson, 4 hours today, and then we'll be back tonight. Please don't forget, tonight we are in here at 7 o'clock. Well, not this one, Coach. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock, and tonight, 7 o'clock, we are live stream. Look for C. Jarmo, maybe Michael, or each one of you, NHL. We are doing live stream for the Abs and the Jets tonight. So, no shows during the weekend. I will do a show. It's Michael DiVellano. He don't want to do a show the weekend. I really believe the weekend will be great because that's the time a lot of games during the weekend. We may surprise you maybe one day or show up the weekend, but right now we're not select. If not, it's 7 days per week and 12, 13, 14 hours per day. So thanks again, everybody. Have an amazing, great rest of the afternoon. Thanks again to you likes, and please share you. Don't forget to subscribe and share, please, this YouTube channel. And without you, this would be impossible. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. And remember, whatever who you are, you have one thing in common. We all have greatness inside of you. Thank you. It's snowing in Florida.